Hey everyone, we are up to our April round of our Stampin' Blends Club. This month we added Soft Suede Light and Dark, Mossy Meadow Light and Dark. So the first card that we worked on at Blends Club today was this one here, and we just focused on practicing our blending and shading and using our two new colours, Soft Suede and Mossy Meadow. So this video will just be a quick one, quick refresher, because it's the same idea as we've done the past few months. We're going to start with our light soft suede, remembering just to work in a small area at a time. When you try to work on too large an area, you can often find that it dries out too much, and so your blending's not as good. So put about 3 layers down of your light colour. Come back in with your dark now, coming in from this edge here we're working with, as if the light's coming from this direction. So our dark colour is on this side, bit of a shadow, and then blending it out with the light one. So starting at the edge and dragging it across. Let's see how that's looking. As you can see, it's a little bit darker over on this edge. And we can move down to the next section of our flower pot. So lay down your 3 or so layers of light colour. Get it nice and saturated. Come in with a little bit of dark on this edge. And I'm going to put a little bit of dark underneath that top edge, because there would naturally be a bit of a shadow under the top edge of the plant pot there, and just dragging it out with the light one to blend it out a little bit. Actually, come back in with our light and finish off the saucer, and we can add a little bit of dark in there as well. You get the idea. So you can blend that up as much as you need to. Now with the leaves, same idea again. Coming in with our light one. Let's zoom in a little bit, see if we can zoom in there. I think that's better. Come in with our light Mossy Meadow. Colour the whole leaf. I'm using my brush tips, but if you find that some of the little pointy areas are too small, you could come in with your bullet tip. Okay, now with our dark one, just going to follow the vein in the leaf and then a little bit around the edges, around the outside, and then blend. So you get the idea. Okay, so then do that for your whole card. Let's zoom back out again. Do that for your whole image, and then you can put your card together. Okay, so that's card number 1. Let's keep it to one video today since it's pretty quick. This is card number 2, and we're calling this one the Black Magic Technique. So what we did here was we stamped with the Whisper White Craft ink. Now if you just stamp with Whisper White Craft ink and let it dry, this is the sort of colour that you'll get. It's not super bright, but while it's still wet, if you sprinkle it with the white embossing powder, I'll put them together so you can see the difference, and then heat emboss it with the white powder, you'll see it's much brighter. And that allows us to come in with our blends markers and have a white base to colour on. If we try to just colour on black cardstock, we're not going to see much at all. It's just going to absorb into the black and you won't see it. So that's how we get our white base. I'll zoom in so you can see a little better. Give yourself a white base with the white embossing powder, and then very gently you can colour over the top of that. Hopefully you can see this on the video. If you can't, if my hand's in the way, I will colour a little bit and then I'll hold it up for you. It might be a bit shadowy. So I'm just going really gently, because it's like when we're colouring on embellishments, the surface is a bit rough. So we want to just be very gentle so we don't hurt our tips. If you're a bit more heavy-handed, you have trouble being gentle, go with your bullet tip because it is a bit more sturdy and you're less likely to damage that tip because it is more sturdy. Now if you slip off the edges a little bit, that's okay because the cardstock's black, so you're not really going to see it if you go off the edge. Like if I colour here, I can see a little tiny bit of wetness and then it evaporates. So that's why we do it on the black rather than a lighter colour. The black's very forgiving. Then we came back in with our Flirty Flamingo from the first week and we coloured the flower sections with that. Now some of the ladies today got very creative and they used some other colours of blends that they already had in their collection from last year's Blends Club, and they had all kinds of multicolour stuff going on here. Jackie did some beautiful bright yellow flourishes that looked amazing. Mackenzie and Tab did multicoloured, different colour on every flower. That looked really cool. It was a whole rainbow of colour. So I'm not going to colour the whole thing, but you get the idea, and it pops out really well against the black background. We also heat embossed the sentiment in black, so I'll do that for you because I know that you might not have all of that equipment at home or have the right stamp. So I will, when I post you your pack, if you missed out today, it'll come already embossed for you, and I'll send you that bit already embossed. And then on the inside we had the rest of the sentiment. It says, a friend is someone who chooses you out of a whole world of people. We added a cute little die cut butterfly there as well. So just a really quick video today because it is a really simple technique, but I think it's really striking. So we had our normal practicing our shading and blending, and then a new technique, the black magic. Awesome. Okay, so for Bev and Liz who weren't here today, I'll get those in the mail to you. And for everyone else, I hope that's a bit of a refresher about how we did our techniques today. So next month we are doing Smoky Slate and Balmy Blue, and we'll be doing the hummingbird. So see you then. Bye.